Imagine stepping into two different worlds. One, a lush, vibrant garden bursting with life. The other, a barren, lifeless plot, devoid of charm. The former teems with a symphony of colors, scents, and sounds, a testament to nature's bounty. The latter, a quiet, sterile landscape, stands as a grim reminder of our attempts to control nature with artificial means. The difference? One thrives on nature's own recipe, the other on synthetic chemicals. Organic gardening starts with three key principles: soil health, composting, and natural pest control. Now, let's dive a little deeper. Soil health is the foundation of organic gardening. It's all about nurturing a living, breathing ecosystem beneath our feet. We're not just growing plants, we're cultivating a vibrant soil community teeming with beneficial organisms. Healthy soil is rich in organic matter and teems with microorganisms that aid in plant growth. It's about creating a fertile environment where plants can thrive naturally. Composting is the cornerstone of this soil health. It's the process of recycling organic waste into a nutrient-rich soil conditioner. Think of it as nature's way of recycling. You're taking kitchen scraps, yard waste, and other organic materials and allowing them to decompose naturally. This creates a dark, crumbly substance that's a veritable feast for your garden. Composting not only feeds your plants but also improves soil structure, enhancing its ability to hold water and nutrients. Now let's talk about pest control. In an organic garden, we don't wage war on pests. Instead, we aim for balance. Remember, every creature in your garden plays a role in the ecosystem. Some insects are actually beneficial, pollinating plants and preying on harmful pests. Natural pest control is about encouraging these helpers and using plants and safe, homemade concoctions to deter the not-so-helpful critters. Consider companion planting, a practice where certain plants are grown together for mutual benefit. Some plants deter pests that affect their neighbors, while others attract beneficial insects. For instance, marigolds are known to ward off certain nematodes, and basil can repel mosquitoes and flies. Embrace these principles, and you're well on your way to creating your own vibrant organic garden. It's a journey of learning and observing, of working with nature rather than against it. And the rewards? Well, they're as bountiful as a well-tended garden on a summer's day. Starting an organic garden is easier than you might think. It's a journey that begins with choosing the right location. Your garden needs a spot that gets at least 6 hours of sunlight each day. A place where water doesn't pool after rain is ideal, as most plants don't like wet feet. Take note of the wind direction too. You wouldn't want your tender plants to get battered by the wind, would you? Now let's talk about soil. It's the lifeblood of your garden. Soil preparation is key to a thriving organic garden. You might be surprised to know that soil is a living ecosystem, teeming with billions of microorganisms. These tiny creatures, along with organic matter, are what make the soil fertile. To prepare your soil, start by removing any weeds or grass. Then, add compost or well-rotted manure to enrich it. Remember, healthy soil equals healthy plants. Next comes plant selection. It's important to choose plants that are well-suited to your climate and soil type. Some plants love the sun while others prefer the shade, and some plants thrive in sandy soil, while others prefer clay. Doing a bit of research before you buy your plants can save you a lot of headaches later on. When you're starting from seed, timing is everything. Plant your seeds according to the instructions on the packet. Some seeds need to be started indoors before they're transplanted outside. Others can be sown directly into the ground. And don't forget about companion planting. Certain plants grow better together. They can help each other by attracting beneficial insects or deterring pests. For example, marigolds are great companions for tomatoes because they repel nematodes. Starting an organic garden is a bit like baking a cake. You need the right ingredients in the right proportions. And just like baking, it requires patience and care. But the rewards are worth it. Imagine stepping into your garden and picking fresh, chemical-free vegetables right from the plant. With the right preparations, you're ready to sow the seeds of your future garden. Even the best gardens face challenges, but in an organic garden, we tackle them naturally. Every gardener's nemesis is the pesky insect or stubborn disease that turns a thriving garden into a struggling one. But don't reach for that chemical pesticide just yet. Mother Nature has her own arsenal of weapons, and they're as organic as it gets. Let's start with pests. We're familiar with the usual suspects: aphids, slugs, beetles. Yes, they can wreak havoc, but nature has a counterattack. Introducing beneficial insects like ladybugs and praying mantises can keep these pests in check. These natural predators are like your garden's own security force, feeding on harmful bugs and maintaining balance. But what if you could deter pests before they even set foot in your garden? Certain plants are natural pest repellents. Planting marigolds, for instance, can keep nematodes at bay, while basil can ward off mosquitoes and flies. It's all about companion planting, choosing plants that support each other in maintaining a healthy ecosystem. Now let's turn our attention to diseases. Fungal infections, mildew, blight, sounds like a garden's worst nightmare. But again, nature has a solution. A homemade spray made of baking soda, mild soap and water can work wonders on mildew and other fungal problems. Similarly, a mixture of milk and water can help combat the dreaded powdery mildew. And don't forget about the power of prevention. Healthy plants are less likely to succumb to diseases. So ensure your garden has rich, well-draining soil, and give your plants the right amount of sunlight and water. Rotate your crops regularly to prevent the buildup of disease-causing organisms in the soil. Remember, organic gardening is about working with nature, not against it. It's about creating a garden that's not just beautiful, but also sustainable and in harmony with the environment. With nature on your side, you can tackle any problem that comes your way. Organic gardening is about more than just a beautiful garden. It's about creating a healthier, more sustainable world. Imagine a world where our food is free from harmful chemicals, where our soil is teeming with life, and where our gardens become sanctuaries for birds, insects, and other wildlife. This is the world that organic gardening can help us create. Organic gardening is a powerful tool in the fight against climate change. By avoiding synthetic fertilizers and pesticides, we reduce our carbon footprint and help to restore the natural balance of ecosystems. Organic gardens act as carbon sinks, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and locking it into the soil. The health benefits of organic gardening are equally impressive. When we grow our own food without the use of chemical pesticides, we can be sure that what we're eating is truly nourishing our bodies. Organic vegetables and fruits are rich in nutrients and often taste better too, making healthy eating a joy rather than a chore. But don't just take our word for it. Listen to what experts have to say. Dr. Jane Goodall, renowned primatologist and environmental activist, has long been an advocate for organic gardening. She believes that by reconnecting with nature through gardening, we can help to heal our planet and ourselves. And then there's Ron Finley, the gangsta gardener from South Central Los Angeles. He transformed a barren strip of land into a thriving community garden, showing that organic gardening can be a force for social change too. But perhaps the most convincing testimonial comes from ordinary gardeners like you and me. People who have seen the transformation in their gardens and in their lives when they switch to organic methods. The joy of watching a seed sprout, the satisfaction of harvesting your own food, the peace that comes from spending time in nature, these are the real benefits of organic gardening. When you garden organically, you're making a positive impact on your health and the environment. So why not give it a try? With every seed you plant, you're helping to create a healthier, more sustainable world. An organic garden is a year-round commitment, but with a few tips, you can keep it thriving through every season. As the seasons shift, so should your gardening practices. In spring, focus on planting new seedlings and giving them a good start. Summer is the time for watering and weeding, ensuring your plants are well hydrated and free from competition. When fall arrives, it's time to harvest what you've grown, but also to start thinking about the colder months ahead. Consider crop rotation, a practice that helps to maintain soil health by planting different crops in the same area over successive seasons. Winter doesn't mean gardening comes to a halt. It's the perfect season for winter composting. By composting your kitchen waste, you're preparing nutrient-rich soil for the next growing season. Also, always be ready for different weather conditions. A sudden frost or heat wave can be challenging, but with preparation and swift action, your garden can weather it all. With a bit of planning and a lot of love, your garden can flourish all year round. Remember the tale of two gardens, the lush, vibrant oasis teeming with life versus the barren, chemical-laden plot? The difference? Organic gardening. It's not just about richer soil or healthier plants, it's about a healthier you, a healthier planet. Imagine stepping into your garden knowing every bud, every leaf, every fruit is the product of nature's purest processes. Make the choice today. Step into the vibrant world of organic gardening. For your health, for the environment, for a greener future.